Here with Damon Jackson at Fortis Lakeside MMA. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
Man, congrats on your recent win over Alex Hernandez, man. He looked good in that fight. You've been doing this fight game for a long time, man. What do you attribute to you continue to compete at a high level?
I think you gotta love the sport. You gotta love. I love all aspects of it. You know, I have a background in nutrition and exercise science, and that's kind of led me down the path of keep my body healthy, making sure I'm always in shape and always good with my nutrition. Keep my weight low. So I think if you're in love with all the aspects of the game, it makes it a lot easier to stick around a long time. It's a rough life.
Also, to still be able to compete in the UFC, you see some come and go, a couple contracts, but I mean, you keep your business, man. You're still there.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's it seems that if you enjoy your training, you can always keep that high pace and high level in the room. Then you can constantly get better. I think if you don't evolve, they say that you don't evolve, you die, and that's 100% the truth.
And then, what advice do you tell your teammates, that are barely coming in or up and coming? What advice do you got to those guys?
Man, I hope that people don't get frustrated with there's so many losses you take with this sport and there's so few wins. So it's you gotta stay consistent and find the passion is something I found with wrestling and jiu-jitsu, and then that kind of led me on to training all aspects of fighting. And I think you gotta have that passion, but you gotta look past all these ups and downs, because there's a lot of downs for sure.
And what kind of monster is the Contender Series? I know you got a lot of teammates coming up. And what kind of advice do you have people coming up preparing for that?
Oh, shit, man. If you got one of those fights, you're just right there. You're right outside top 30, top 20, top 15. So it's there's so much momentum built up with that series. You see all the champions. There's so many champions that have came from that, or top 5 guys. And just to see where that show is taking so many people, it's a straight shot to stardom. It's a great setup for all the young guys that are looking for that one big fight, because it's so hard to make it through the Ultimate Fighter as a series, because that's what I grew up on. Everybody was you won the Ultimate Fighter, you were the man for a couple of years. Even a lot of those guys were still the big stars, but the Contender Series is the new Ultimate Fighter, where it's taken over as far as skyrocketing those guys right into some stardom.
Yeah, and now you've got champions coming out of that series.
It's huge, man. It's crazy. It really is cool. And we've had a lot of guys on the team, a lot of really good teammates that have made it through that and have done great. So.
And you got a seminar coming up with Kane. How did that hook up?
Kane's manager was kind of reaching out to me a few times about doing different options, different days and stuff. And I'm a huge fan of Kane. I think that any man that has a kid would appreciate Kane and what he's went through and stuff. And so to have him out of my gym is huge. And just his background in MMA he's one of the first guys to do it. And I have a lot of respect for him, and I always have. His wrestling, his fighting style, everything about him. So having him at my gym is it's so surreal to me, because I grew up watching this dude. He was one of the huge influence on that time was a huge influence on my fighting career. So to have him here teaching a seminar at my place is insane. It's so cool.
Being fans of him, how do you think he would fare in today's landscape in the heavyweight division?
I think his wrestling alone, I think they're lacking a lot of wrestlers. That's why John Jones has stood around for so long. His wrestling is just one of the best. So I think Kane was healthy and maybe had that drive to train and get past all that stuff, he would be right there in the mix. I think that he's always a tough fighter. He's tough dude for sure.
And I see that you like to spend a lot of time with your family. What do you got going on right now in between? You got anything coming up late?
We just did some traveling, a little bit of traveling. So we're kind of resting for a few weeks, and I wanted to take the girls somewhere at the end of the summer. I was trying to book a fight for June, July, or August. So hopefully that happens, and I can take them on a trip after that, and we'll just go away for a few weeks.
And they also compete in wrestling and stuff.
Yeah.
And as a father, how does that make you feel watching them?
Oh man, it's so cool. They have passion for volleyball, passion for soccer and whatever. But when they do wrestling, I'm like, man, this is so cool, because they're going through a lot of things that I went through at this time, so I can kind of help them, and it's cool to be that person for them and help them get past some of those struggles. It's really cool.
And they're all girls, so as is your coaching methods got to be a little bit different as towards
girls listen
a
better
male?
than boys, man. Like girls listen so much better than boys, and so I don't get as frustrated. Like when it's the boys and I'm telling them something they don't listen, I'm like, get it together. But the girls, I'm like, hey, do this, this, and this, and they do it every time. So I think that the girls wrestling is just taking over, and North Texas is taking over. But like it's it's in D1 colleges now. It's starting to be huge programs, and these girls are killing it. And to see the sport grow as much as it has, and for my girls to be so young, it's really cool. And I'm hoping that they continue that career in college and so on.
Man, I know you're gonna get busy here in a sec. You got any shout outs, any charities or anything you want to?
Sure, man. Just shout out for everybody. My gym's been open for a year now, and like the support that I've gotten from people that I very barely know. Doing this interview, man, this is huge, and just all the aspects I've gotten the support from, I appreciate it all. And people that have been with me from day one, to see them go from nothing to now they're actually they're on their second or third amateur fight, and some of them will be going pro next year, and it's cool to be that guy teaching them the fundamentals and going through and drilling with them and learning with them. It's pretty cool.
I appreciate watching your guys grow up, man, competing on the local circuit, and then making it to the big time. A lot of your teammates, man, I've seen them from day one. And Damon, appreciate the time, man. Best of luck to you, teammates, and the rest of your gym.
I appreciate it.